What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Maximilian Must Know. This is the second episode of the show, and this show is going to be a review of the Shavemac custom brush experience. So we're going to review that, and we're going to talk about shaving brushes in general. So a lot of people have asked me, why go through the trouble of shaving with a shaving brush and shaving cream? Why not just use that crap at the drugstore, the canned goo, the Barbasol, the Edge, you know the brands. And there's a lot of reasons, but let's break it down to this. Shaving brushes are good because lathering shaving cream onto the skin is going to lift the hairs up, exfoliate your skin, and help free up some ingrown hairs. That way, when you shave, it's going to shave off a lot more hair a lot closer. Also, with a shaving brush, you can whip up a really creamy, moist, lubricating lather that you can't get with the canned aerosol branded shaving cream. You'll also save money this way. If you invest in a good brush and a good shaving cream, you can use an almond-sized dollop of that shaving cream to consistently get a good lather. If a good brush, let's say you pay $30, $40 for a brush, you pay $15 for a great cream, that's $55 for the year. All you have to do is keep re-upping on the cream. If you want to get more brushes like me, you can see I'm a little bit of a nut. Some people in the shaving community have 20, 30, 40, 50 brushes. You could do that, or you could keep one that you like. Now, so you know a little stuff about shaving brushes, a little bit of knowledge is that there's three ways really you can lather with shaving brushes. You can do it on your hand, which a lot of people like because you get good tactile feedback that way. You can do it on your face, or you can do it in a mug or a scuttle. And we're going to talk about building a good lather in a future episode. But a great place for you to start exploring and looking at brushes, if you're in New York City, I would recommend taking a stroll down to Pasteur Pharmacy, either on 34th Street or the one on 62nd Street, and just looking at some of the brushes, getting a feel for them, understanding what they're about. If you're not in New York, I would say check out a website called West Coast Shaving or some of the other shaving sites online. You'll see that they have options there that go from $20, actually less, $10 to $15, to hundreds, $300, $400, $500. So there's all different types of brushes. Why? Well, also, let me just, I'll let you know there's two other things quickly too, is that don't be alarmed when you get brushes that are made out of animal hair, boar, or badger. They're going to smell a little bit funky for a while, but once you break them in, that sort of wet carpet smell will go away. Another thing is when you finish with your brush, you want to dry it hanging upside down. You want to get a little stand so that the water can drip off. It'll dry quicker and easier that way. Now, as far as brushes go, there's really, I'm going to say there's three real main kinds of brushes. There's boar's hair brushes, there are badger hair brushes, and there are synthetic made brushes. Wide variety of ranges of cost. Synthetics can go anywhere from $10 to $100. Boars can go anywhere from about $10 to $50, $60, and badgers can go anywhere in price from about $20 to $500, $600. You know, boar's hair brushes are more common to drugstores, and they're a little bit easier to get, I guess, than some of the badger hair brushes. And the badger hair brushes really, there's real different grades of badger hair brushes. There's pure badger, best badger, silver tip badger, extra silver tip badger. So what I think we'll do quickly is we'll talk about some of the brushes that I have, and then we'll talk about the Shavemac brush and the reason why we're here. This is an example of a synthetic brush. I got this gift. I won a contest on a shaving website, Badger and Blade, where a gentleman was paying it forward. He had come to the website, learned a lot about shaving. He wanted to give some of the stuff he wasn't loving to someone new to it. I won that contest, got a lot of great stuff. I also got this synthetic brush. I don't really like this. I've used it 3 or 4 times. Doesn't whip up a great lather. It's a little too small. The synthetic hairs, which I would imagine are nylon, just aren't that good quality. So it's not really a great brush. Supposedly there are some good synthetics out there. Jack Black, I heard, makes one for about $80, but if I'm you and I can sort of deal with the fact that the animals are probably being killed for this, that does suck, I have to admit, I'd go with an animal hair brush. Another brush I have, and this was my first brush, this is sort of the drugstore CVS brand brush. This is a Vanderhagen boar's hair brush. They're very common to drugstores. They cost about $10. They're of a seriously dubious quality. Hair shed all the time from this guy. You can see this one just came out It's good for a real novice to learn how to lather with them, but once you sort of know what you're doing, you really want to step up to a better brush. The second brush I bought was from the chain store Crabtree in Evelyn, the mall store. Edwin Jagger makes their brushes, so they're of a real good quality. This was $35. It is a Best Badger brush, handmade in England. For $35, it's real good. This would be my starter brush if I did it again. I wouldn't recommend buying a $200 or $300 brush right off the bat, just because that's sort of like driving a Ferrari as your first whip. You know, how are you going to know what a Ford Pinto, how are you going to know what a Ferrari drives like if you start with that and not a Ford Pinto? For $35, this is a hell of a deal. This is what I would recommend as my starter brush. And then another brush I have, one I got not too recently ago, this is a better boar's hair brush. It's by, again, Omega. I don't know if you could see, but it's made in Italy, clearly. Again, that is the watch company. They also have a pretty big shaving business. This one has a real high loft. Loft is going to be from here to here. That's when you hear the term knot. Loft, that's what you know. When you hear the term knot, that's the width from here to here. A lot of people, including Italian barbers, swear by boar's hair for lathering with soaps better because the bristles are a little stiffer. I haven't really seen it do that. They're supposed to have a break-in period of a couple of weeks, really using them nonstop. I haven't used it that much, but this is better than the other one, although the brush we're here to talk about today is the one that I'm reviewing the experience, and this is the Shavemac custom job that I got actually as a Christmas present. And this is a really, really fantastic brush. Shavemac lets you do custom brushes, and I'm going to let you see the screen where you can design the brushes here. They let you pick your handle shape, your handle material, the grade of badger hair that you want, the loft of the brush, the knot of the brush. You can see all the options there. Engraving. It's really a do-it-yourself experience that's awesome. Shavemac also makes ready-made brushes, and them and the customs are probably going to run anywhere from $70 to $300. My brush was about in the middle of the road at $160. It is silver tip grade. You got to watch out too with silver tips. That's pretty much the highest grade. Some companies make extra silver tip, which I guess is the best of the silver tip hairs, but silver tip's pretty much the highest. It's the softest grade of badger hair. It also retains water and heat the best, so it's going to stay warm and it's going to stay wet for a long, long time. Very, very important when you're picking out a brush. This also, as you can see, has my initials engraved on the bottom. I went with the ivory handle, and I'm sorry, the pearl handle, and you can see it has these little ridges where you can comfortably fit your fingers while you're lathering up with your brush. You can also pick the shape. You know, some brushes are, that's what's called a flat hair brush. This is a bulb shape. I feel like it's easier to lather with a bulb as opposed to, here you see a fan shape brush. And there's different sizes, different shapes. I like, personally, I like bulb brushes the best. As far as this brush goes, lathering, the lather explodes out of the mug when you use this. It's really, really amazing. It's so fast, you whip up such a great lather, and it feels great on your face when you properly load it, pause. It holds enough lather for 6 or 7 passes. It's an amazing brush. I'm sure there are better brushes out there. I know there are more expensive ones out there, but I can't imagine how much better they can be. You can just see how dense the hairs are packed when you take a look at it, and then compare it to a really crappy drugstore one. You know, $160 buys you quite a bit of quality when it comes to the shaving brush world. Now, I'm not going to grade the brush because it's a 1 of 1, but I'm going to give the experience that Shavemac provides a 9 out of 10. There are a ton of options. They start out at about $50. They go up to hundreds of dollars. If you want something really special and you can dream it up, those guys will work with you. You can email them and they'll work with you on brush shape, handle material, handle shape, loft. They'll email you updates as they're making the brush. They let me know they couldn't fit my initials across here, so they had to put them on the bottom. They didn't do that without asking me. When the brush is ready, they FedEx to you, and the whole process takes about 10 days. It's a fantastic experience. They're a fantastic company. Bravo to Shavemac. The only reason I'm taking a point off, just so you know, is because for $150 and up, this is the box you get. It's sort of like this I don't think it's real felt. It sort of feels like felt leathery material. And then just plain cardboard. And a company like Kent, which is known as one of the best shaving brush companies in the world, they give you a nice little leather case with their brushes. I just feel like when you're going $150 or over, you kind of want something better than, a cardboard box. Other than that, though, top of the line, absolutely great brush. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are looking and seeing that I've reviewed 2 things so far, and I've given it 8 and a 9 out of 10. And I'm not doing that because these companies sponsor me or because I'm trying to get free stuff out of them. I'm doing it because so far I've reviewed really great products. And I also only try to buy really good products. I don't like crap. So if I buy something and it disappoints, I'll do the right thing and I'll give it a low rating. But so far, Truefit and Hill Shave Cream and a Shavemac custom brush, how can you give it a low rating? I want you guys to stay tuned next week for my first fragrance review. It's going to be a Bond No. 9 fragrance I got for my birthday. And in upcoming weeks, we're going to be doing a show on moisturizers, iPhone and iPad apps, aftershaves, some really high-end soaps from a well-known store in Soho. And I'm really just getting started with this. If you have any questions or there's a product you'd like to see reviewed or a company wants to send me a product to review and just know I'm going to be dead-ass honest about it, hit me up at maxmknow@gmail.com. The email address is right below. Check out the website Badger and Blade, which I'm not paid to promote. It's just a great place to learn about this stuff. And please, please, I'm begging you, please, make the switch to a brush. Shave like a gentleman with a nice brush and a good quality cream or soap. Stop with the goo and the razors with 7 different blades. It's enough. We got to stop trying to one-up each other in this culture. Go back to the roots. You don't have to use a straight edge razor yet. Use a safety razor. We'll be going over razors very, very shortly as well. But for now, check out Shavemac.com. Make yourself a beautiful brush or buy one of their brushes that they already have made. You will not regret it and you will save money in the long run. My name is Maximilian Heusler. This is Maximilian Must Know. I'll see you all next time.
Racing for the Mason-Dixon line. Me and Rick and Ren